Hello, my name is Kevin Scouten, and I am the Technology Integration Specialist for Lincoln Elementary School District 156 in Calumet City. And I am here today to share a little bit of information with you about a resource called Eduaide. So let's dive in and take a look at what Eduaide is. So Eduaide is an AI-powered workspace for teachers that has a lot of resources, a lot of AI-based generators that you can use to create content for your classroom. So the website for Eduaide is simply just Eduaide.AI. We're going to launch this and take a look at a couple of features of the program. So one of the things that I like about Eduaide is the organization of it. So across the top of the program, the website, they have their generators divided into categories and then subcategories. So if you're looking for planning tools, you can click on planning, and then underneath the planning tools, you can narrow down your search to unit frameworks, evidence and assessment generators, lesson frameworks. If I jump over to information objects, then I can look at generators for direct instruction and presentation. I can go to text-based materials, and if I wanted to, I could pull in some conceptual tools, some interactive resources. So there are all of these categories across the top. We've got independent practice, which then again is broken down into some individual subcategories like analysis and research. If I wanted to look at generating some questions, I could click on the questions topic, and then that allows me to create true-false questions, discussion prompts, scenario-based questions, multiple choice questions. I can create assessments, either formative, summative, or rubrics, and those will narrow down as well. So the organization is nice because rather than seeing just a giant list of generators, I can really think about what it is exactly that I would like to create and jump into that specific category and then subcategories underneath that main category. Any of these generators that you are really interested in using on a regular basis, you can click the star, and what that does is it adds that resource to my favorites, and my favorites sit within my profile. So I can come up to my profile and then get to my favorites that way. So another nice thing about Eduaide is that you can also narrow this down by grade level. So if I wanted to look specifically at generating for middle school students, I could simply change my grade level to middle school students. And then as I go through the categories, you can see that that actually stays selected. So then as I'm looking through, I'm looking at tools that are specifically designed for middle school students. One of the other really nice features about Eduaide it sits down here at the bottom. So if I wanted to, for example, if I wanted to create some discussion prompts, I can create those discussion prompts in a number of ways. I could put in a topic or keywords here. I could also enter in some standards-based language to create some discussion prompts that are specific to a standard or some keywords. But I also have a couple of other options here. One of them is document. So if I had a document that I have created, a Google Sheet or a Google Doc that I wanted to pull information from, I could drag and drop that file here, and it would then create the discussion prompts based on the document that I pull into this box here. A fairly new feature for Eduaide is the website, and it works kind of the same way. So if I wanted to create some discussion prompts based on a specific website, I could simply drop in the URL for the website here and use that to create my discussion prompts. If I want to do very simply, if I just, let's say I'm going to put in dividing fractions. So I want to create some discussion prompts. I'm going to change this down to, let's say, third grade students for dividing fractions. This is a nice feature as well of Eduaide. It will allow you to enhance your prompt if you wanted to. So I just typed in dividing fractions, and I clicked on that enhance button, and it changed my two words to students will be able to understand and apply the concept of dividing fractions. So it enhanced my two words. And then I'm going to hit add to workspace, and it will start to then generate some discussion questions on dividing fractions for third grade. I can edit this, I can copy it, and use it however I would want to use it. Uh, if I want to go back to where I was before, I can just hit close and it will take me right back to where I was. Eduaide also includes a history feature there, so if you wanted to look at kind of a history of the prompts that you've created in the past, you can go back to those. So once you've created something, if you close out of it, it does save in the history, and you can go right back to what it was that you created previously. As with a lot of these tools, Eduaide is a tool that has both a paid feature and a free version. So if you want to use the Eduaide free version, you can absolutely do that. It gives you access to all the same generators, but it does limit you to 20 generations per month, and it also does not give you the Eduaide chat feature. The Eduaide chat feature, if I go back to launch this, that sits right up here, the chat. This is something that is a pro feature. So the Eduaide chat is very similar to using something like Google Gemini or Chat GPT to have a little conversation. But within Eduaide itself, that is a paid feature. They also have some learning resources. So there's the Eduaide Academy that you can use to learn a little bit more about Eduaide by getting started with a free online course. There are then also some resources. So they have a blog, they have frequently asked questions, and then they have a complete list of resources that are available. So if you wanted a little bit more information about what exactly the lesson seed generator does, you can go to the resources and get a little bit of information there about what that tool specifically does. And so, again, I wanted to just take a few minutes to kind of show you Eduaide. It's another resource for teachers that allows you to generate some content for your classroom. So I hope that you found this information useful. And again, if you're interested in accessing Eduaide, just simply go to Eduaide.AI and you can start playing around. If you want to dive a little bit deeper into it, you can go into that Learning tab and take the free Eduaide course. Thanks for your time. Have a great week, everybody.